and it's going to protect the fish when it's cooking. Okay, and now we're going to add, beautiful, we're going to add, Ella, you want to cut it? So maybe half a pepper, red pepper is more than enough. You cut it, you slice it, of course you clean all the inside, and you slice it. Ella is cutting it, and I'm going to show you. Meanwhile, we have the tomatoes, we have the carrots, and again, you can decide how much of this you want to put. While Ella is cutting, I tell you another thing. When I got married, I didn't know how to cook at all. I hardly knew how to do, you know, eggs. And I lived in Sderot, which is a very Moroccan city, next to my husband's grandma. And I used to go to her and see how she's cooking, and this is how I learned. And when I asked her, okay, what's your recipe? How much salt? How much pepper? She told me, kacha, like this. And I said, what do you mean kacha? I need to know, a spoon, a cup, how much? She said, there is no kacha. And that's the idea. You need to feel the dishes. If you ask me how much, you have to feel it. This is how I learned to cook, you know, and I'll show you. I think salmon, we love it more salty. So later on, I'm going to put, you know, a nice amount of salt, but if you like it less, you choose. Okay, so no specific amount in the Moroccan cooking. Ella is placing now the red pepper. Okay, and you see we have a nice, colorful base. Now, I have a surprise. This is usually not something you have in a Charayme, but during the years I start to add it. I'm going to show it to the camera. Hopefully you'll see. What do you see here? No idea? Okay, this is lemon. So what I do ahead to that lemon, I slice it and I prepare it a week ago. Usually I prepare a big, nice amount. This is something that goes great with any dish, not only when you cook, but also you can put it in your salad, next to a nice steak. I slice lemon and I put a layer of lemon, a layer of salt, and oil, and then again layer of lemon, salt, and oil. And no, it's not preserved. This is something else about the Moroccan cooking. Everything has to be fresh, everything has to be homemade. You don't buy ready food. Chas v'shalom, okay, if my mother-in-law here, I buy ready food, I'm done. So the lemon, again, I prepare it like a week ago. Usually I prepare a whole jar, and it's great because it doesn't have, it's not that sour. The taste is more, I don't know how to say it even, it's more relaxing, and I'm going to put the lemon back. Of course, I didn't told you to prepare it ahead, but this is full with oil. You can just put few slice of lemon. Usually, if you don't want this dish to be too lemony, put under each piece of fish, 1 slice of lemon. It's more than enough. If you put fresh lemon, maybe even take out 1 piece. Don't put as much. If you want it more lemony and you make this lemon that I told you, you can even use some of the oil to put later on top. And that will be great. So let me show you what we have up to now. We have the tomatoes. Do you see good? You see well or not? Thumb up if you can see it. Yay, okay, thank you, Elisheva. You see the tomatoes, we have the carrots and the pepper, and we have a few slices of lemon. And again, later on, I'm going to make sure each piece of my fish is going to be exactly on the lemon, so it's really get the flavor. Okay, Ella, are you ready? What else we have here? Hot pepper. Again, according to your family, if you like it more hot, put it all. If you want the spice go into the fish, cut it into few pieces and put it around. I don't put it under the fish, I put it next to the fish. So we'll cut it, we'll put it in. Usually I cut it to half, throw it in, so it gives nice, spicy, a little bit harif. How you say harif? Spicy, okay. Some spicy flavor. I cut it into half. If I want it, Amika, you like it more spicy tomorrow? He said yes. So I also cut it in the middle. Let the flavor go out. If you don't want it to be that spicy, just keep it as a whole. Okay, let's have spicy fish tomorrow. This is the time to put the fish in. Okay, so we have, again, depends on the number of people you have eating with you. Ella is going to put the fish on, I told you, I like to put it on each piece of lemon. Okay, Ella? See if you have enough place, and if not, just put it. Okay, one piece is going in. I use salmon, by the way. It works so well with this recipe. Okay, can you fit another one? Okay, great job. So, again, we have, I'm placing the harif, the spicy pepper on the side. I don't want it to be under the fish. Whatever go under the fish affect more the flavor. So I don't want anyone to be upset with me tomorrow that it's too harif. Okay, so we made the base. We put the salmon on top. The harif pepper is going on the side. And if you mark, this is my piece, this is my husband's piece, and you want the harif to be next to them, believe me, it's really affect mostly the pieces that it's next to or on top of. Can we go on? Are we okay? Yeah, okay. Hi, Emily. Okay. So, next will be, now come the decorations on the top. Ella is taking parsley. I'm so proud. Some of it is actually fresh from our garden. And we're going to cut it and decorate on top of the fish, put the flavor. Fresh parsley. Actually, I'm sorry, it's not parsley. I'm sorry, it's cilantro. If you don't have cilantro, you can use parsley too. I prefer cilantro with fish, but parsley is great too. And my family used to cilantro, so if I change it, chas v'shalom, I hear about it tomorrow night. Salmon is our traditional Friday night food. Ayla, I'm going to add a little bit more if that's okay. Okay, you want to add? Okay. There is, and Rabbi Isaac will correct me, I'm not sure what the source is, but there is a statement saying, Ochel dag, beyom dag, nitzal midag. Someone who eats dag, which is fish, beyom dag. If you do gematria for dag, what number you get? Show me with your fingers. Gematria for dag, Dalet ve-Gimel. Thank you. Is that the Kluk family? Who is that? Uri K. Is that the Kluk? Yeah, Kluk family, you're on top of things. Okay, I see 7, perfect. Alisa, Yafe. So if you eat fish on the 7th day, your life will be saved from fish. This is the Rabbi Isaac. I'm not sure where it's from, but I know it's somewhere there. Anyway, we love fish on Friday night. Ella, what else? Oh, okay, chickpeas. Maybe before that we'll put the garlic. You said that? Garlic is next. I love garlic. So we already peeled them, and Ella is going to cut them into smaller pieces that can go in between the fish pieces. That's great. Personally, I love garlic in all my cooking and salads, and it's really, really add to the flavor of the fish. If you forget to put garlic, you'll see it won't be the same. So add as much as you can. It's really, really, at least a very nice, more, at least a very nice amount. So Ella is working very hard on cutting more. Yes. And maybe this you can cut smaller. She's working very hard on cutting all the garlic. Add as much as you can. It doesn't take off, it just add. Odd. I think we're doing good. Okay, now, as Ella placed it beautifully, let me show them first, okay? You like it? As Ella put it beautifully, it's go next to the fish. So I put, usually I even push them a little bit, like here between the pot and the fish, and in between the pieces. It's important to emphasize again that some of the vegetables goes under, some goes next to, some goes in between, some goes on top. I think I'm even going to add some more parsley. Ella, can you, cilantro? Ella, יכולה לחתוך עוד בבקשה? Okay, I need more cilantro. Again, color, color, color. You see how colorful is that? Show me what you have, those of you who are making it with me. Heather, I see you're making it. Oh, that's a nice, this is a perfect pot for this dish, by the way. Perfect. Who else? Mishpachat Kluk. Where's your parsley? Cilantro, why I'm saying it? Cilantro, I need the cilantro on top. More, more. Okay, I see she's saying rak rega. Okay. Emily, are you preparing it? I think she is. Okay. Hi, Anna. You miss school already? We're going to miss you so much. Oh, Anna is leaving us for high school. You'll be missed, Anna. Okay, here. Ella added parsley. Cilantro. What's going to happen with me? Okay, so last thing, Ella showed them what you're going to add are what are those? Chickpeas. My family doesn't like the chickpeas. I love them, so I'm not going to add too much, but again, Ella is adding in between the fish pieces. If you don't have space left, you can add it on top. So again, I'm a person who needs to make things quick. I do not take the, the non-ready one, the fresh one, and, you have to put them overnight in water and baking soda, and the day after you have to clean them from the shell. It's not me. I just took chickpeas from a can, and I wash them, I take out all the water and I wash them a few times. And yeah, and maybe add everything. Yeah, we'll have a nice celebration. Okay. It's such a nice dish to have next to the fish. So when you serve it, you serve a piece of fish and a chickpea next to it with all the sauce that is going to, look at that. Yum. Okay. Now come the spices. Let's just clean here a little bit. Now come the spices. Just a second. So, maybe keep it there and I'll bring it over. As I told you, the Moroccan food have to be with color. It can't be just white. So, we'll start with salt. You're going to put? Okay. I like more salt. You spread it on top. Like that. Maybe you may add a fruit also. You may add. Yeah, you may add it better with your hand. Great, perfect job. Just spread it around. Again, depends on how much salt you like. I think salmon needs salt. Yeah, a little bit here. Bogam, I love salt. But that's me. You know how much your family likes. Okay, don't blame me if it's too salty. Next, we're going to add some black pepper. Please remember, you already you already have the hot pepper in there, so don't add too much, maybe a little bit more, but again, you spread it all over. We still didn't get to the colors I promised you. That will happen next. So, Tina, okay. Turmeric, very popular in the Moroccan kitchen. And again, on the top, nice amount, not too much because then it will change the flavor. No, you're doing great. A little bit more. It's okay, don't worry, it's fine. Okay, now come the real color, red pepper. So Ella is going to put the red pepper on top of everything now. The other spices I put mostly on the fish. The red pepper you can put all over. Don't overwhelm it, but the fish need to have a nice reddish color. Okay, so Ella is going to put some red pepper. Yeah, that's fine. Spread it evenly. Odd, yeah, definitely more. This you can put plenty, again, because it's okay, because of the color. That's actually give, for me, it's mostly for the color. We have plenty of flavors here. We need the color. When Ella don't see, I add more. I love it red. I love it red. And not only that, I'll show you how it looks now. Okay. Later on, when it's going to cook, while it's cooked, once in a while, a few times, I just take from the stuff and put it on the fish, so the fish will stick to the red color. Okay. Oh, paprika. I'm sorry. Yeah, definitely paprika. Thank you. Ella opened the comments for me. So yeah, paprika. No, we don't need more spicy. No, paprika. Sometimes I bring from Israel. You know, now it's Corona days. I haven't been there for a while and no one came here. So I don't have it. But I bring from Israel, you know, in the shuk, they sell this paprika that is already mixed with a little bit oil. This is the best for fish, but I don't have it. Okay. Shemen. Now shemen, oil. Again, let's put it closer. Yeah. Again, Moroccan kitchen. You don't think about what will happen in 20 years to my heart. You eat and you eat good. So you use plenty of oil, I'm sorry. And again, you can adapt it to your family, you know, food restriction. No, we're going to put plenty of shemen. I'm actually going to take the butter. No, with the butter. Yeah, take the butter and put. Fish will, it will always, it will always be great, but when it's great more. When the sauce is oily, yum, it's the best, it's the best. So no time for diet when you eat your Friday night fish. And just, you know, again, since this paprika is not with oil, I'm going to put it specifically on the fish. Last time I'm going to show you my pan closely because now I'm actually going to add water, okay? Pereg make paprika with oil. Where do you buy it? Here? Someone wrote a comment. And where is Zohar? I see, hi, Mrs. Gakon, it's Zohar. Zohar, show me your face. Where are you? I don't see you. Okay, so here it is. Hungarian and Jewel. Okay, olive oil. Fish, I don't think fish goes well with olive oil. Usually I use avocado oil. What's nice with avocado oil, that it doesn't change the flavor of the dish. It's healthier than other oils, but you don't feel the flavor. With olive oil, it changes the flavor. So if you want more healthy oil, use avocado oil. Now with Corona times, I try to go, once in a while for shopping, not like before that we used to go every day when we needed something. So I run out of avocado oil, but it's great and it's all over and it's kosher. Ella is pointing out, now that we're asking questions, how do you make the lemon? Okay, so let me just finish the fish and then we'll put it to cook and I'll tell you about the lemon again. So water, add po at the edge. So you don't want all the beautiful design to go away. So you add water at the edge and you add it up to 3/4 of the dish. There, you don't need that much. Yeah, you don't need too much. Try to cover 3/4 of the dish. Now we're going to put it on the fire, on the stovetop. Yay. High. We're going to put it on high until it's going to boil, and then I'm going to move it into medium and just let it cook. Now, some people like it more raw, some people like it very well cooked. I liked it very well, and I love especially when the sauce is cooking very well. Later on and again, I take the sauce once in a while and I pour it on the fish so it will keep the red color. When I serve it, I take a piece of fish, put it on the plate, and then I take from the sauce. And remember the tomatoes and the red pepper and the carrots and the lemon. Don't forget the lemon and the garlic. You put it, some of it on top of the fish, some of it next to the fish. You need to have a great challah with you, and you eat it with a challah. It's a whole meal by itself. This with the chickpea and the challah. So now it's cooking. I can't tell you amounts, I can tell you times. When you see the sauce, it's going down, and there is you need some sauce to be left because you want to put it again on top of the fish later on. When most of the sauce is gone, it's time to finish the cooking. If you like it more moistury than a dry piece of fish, then you can cover it when it's halfway of cooking. Definitely cover it when you finish to cook, so the steams won't go out and the amount of sauce that you want will actually stay there. Okay, so now it's cooking. We start on a high and then we move to medium. Lemon. So there was a question about how do I make the lemon. So I slice it. I take just a regular lemon. I wash it very carefully. I slice it into small, thin pieces. And then I take a big jar or a plastic container and I put a layer or 2 layers of lemon, sliced lemon. And then I put on top of it salt, plenty of salt. Then oil. I pour in oil. The oil always need to cover the lemons. So yeah, it will end up with a jar full with oil with swimming lemons inside, but it's so good. And again, I always add it to salads. I eat it as you know, something next to my food, it adds a lot of flavors. That's it. I assume we are not going to wait until it's going to cook, but if you have any other question, Rabbi Isaac, I appreciate if you can open the mics. Regular oil for the any vegetable oil for the lemon. Again, if you want to go healthier, you can use olive oil, but it's really take a good amount of oil. So I wouldn't. Olive oil is very expensive, so I'm not sure. Okay, how long does the lemon mixture last? After a few days, leave it outside for maybe 1 to 3 days. Now it's hot, so more than 3 days. So it will start to, get ready. And then in the fridge forever. It lasts forever. It's full with preserved ingredients, which is oil and salt. So forever. I'm telling you, I'm preparing a big box and it's in my fridge. I use it every time. Do you refrigerate the jar of lemon? Yeah. No, I do not leave it on the counter more than 2 or 3 days, especially not now when it's hot. I'm muted? No, I'm okay. You hear me, right? Maybe I was muted for a second. Zeo, any other question I didn't get to answer? Rabbi Isaac, if you're there, is it there? Unfortunately, I'm not the host. Let me see. And I can't unmute you. Maybe I can. Let me try. No, I don't have permission to unmute you and I feel so bad I can't hear you. No, I'm unmute, but I can't unmute you, ladies. This is why it's so sad.
We can unmute ourselves. I just found out.
Oh, so why you? Hello? Talk to me, ladies.
Yeah.
Talk to me. Listen, I'm a teacher. I love when my class is quiet, but this is too much. Okay, so what other questions you have, ladies? Any other question you have regarding this? You can, do you hear? It's already boiling. Do you hear it or not?
Oh, no.
No. Okay, so Ella is going. Ella, you can lower it to medium. Oh, you know what? You have to see. Maybe, let me try this. I'll take the computer over there. And you can see.
You
Can you see it boiling?
Oh, nice.
And Ella is taking the sauce and putting it on the fish. So the paprika will get mixed and won't stay as a dry spice on the fish. We want it to be mixed with the water, and the water will get, yeah. So now we still have plenty of water, and we really have to let it, cook. Probably for about 20 minutes, I would say. Probably about 20 minutes. And again, don't forget to cover it toward the end. So if you stay, it won't dry and you'll have some sauce left. Okay. How does it taste cold? Okay. So I hope I didn't miss any question. Rega, you're asking so many questions. Just a second. Okay, thank you. It looks great. Thank you. Can you use tilapia? Well, I tried. Tilapia, usually, if you want, I'll do another cooking night. Tilapia is great when it's either in the stove or fried. Fried tilapia is a great Moroccan dish. In this, it can, but when you want to serve it, it just falls apart. It doesn't stay as a nice piece. So it's just too long cooking for tilapia. Another question, how does it taste cold? So it's, if it would be served for lunch. Okay, so it really depends how you like your food. I love it always warm and hot. But I know people sometimes, you know, if they have leftover, they take it out for Suda Shlishit and they eat it cold and they like it. Igal, would you eat cold Charayme? Dag המרוקאית?
Sometimes on Shabbat.
Okay, yeah.
Shabbat and lunch.
Yeah, so you say Eagle will eat it on Shabbat Suda Shlishi. His father, my father-in-law, must have Charayme for Suda Shlishit, otherwise Shabbat is not Shabbat. So, and he eat it cold. So yeah, it really depends how you like your food. Thank you, Shabbat Shalom. So yeah, unless you have any other questions, thank you so much for joining us on behalf of Ella and myself. You have been great audience, and I hope, you know, if you want to send me later on pictures of your great Charayme dish, please feel free to do so. Rabbi Isaac can give you my number. Some of you have it already, so feel free to use it. And I hope you enjoyed the dish. Let me know. Okay?
Bye-bye.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Toda, Rabbi Isaac, for hosting me.
Shalom. I just want to share just want to say a few words before we leave. Thank you so much, Mrs. Kakon and Ella. B'ezrat Hashem, next week we will have our second session on July 2nd with Mrs. Karen Kluk and Ed and Sarah Salvadori. They'll be doing a Syrian dish on the 2nd of July called Lach Majin on the 2nd of July next week, Thursday evening as well at 8 p.m. Please invite your friends and family. Again, this is a free of charge, open to the community. This is not only meant for the Sephardi community at all. It's meant for everybody to come and enjoy. If you would like to make a donation at our website, please feel free to do so at morasha.org. Wishing everybody an unbelievable Shabbat. This was very exciting. Again, thank you so much, Mrs. Kakon and Ella. This was a great start to our 6-part series. Shabbat Shalom. See you next week. Be'ezrat Hashem.
Shabbat Shalom. Leitrat.